This here is a 1996 Ford Ranger or Mazda B2300, and it is one sick puppy. Under full throttle on the interstate, it pings. Sounds like a bunch of BBs inside of a tin can, soda can. This truck has EGR problems. We are going to change this EGR out. Let's take a look under the hood. Get over here. So right back here in this corner, you see the manifold. See that big round thing back there? That is the top of the EGR valve. It's the vacuum proportion. Now, I know this valve is stuck, but also the diaphragm is bad in it as well. Ford did us a great big favor. No. They put a giant piece of pipe thread on the back of this thing where you can't get, and it's made out of iron and it rusts together. So I've been soaking that in automatic transmission fluid for the past 3 days. Hopefully we can break that sucker loose. You're going to need this 27mm flare crow's foot. Oh, I'm blind. That's a 30mm. This back here, behind these vacuum tubes that you can't buy anymore, there's the end of the EGR, and there's the nut we're looking at. This nut holds this line on to the EGR. We need to take that off. It's a 27mm. You're going to need this 27mm flare nut crow's foot to get back there on it, and even this is hard to get back there. You're also going to need probably 1 or 2 feet of 1/2 inch extension to go on this. That way you can get some leverage on it. So let's go ahead and do that and see if we can get the hard part done first. I'm going to disconnect this vacuum line. It's right there by all this. Get it up out of the way like that. Okay. So the way you want to get on this thing, you want to get you a 1/2 inch breaker bar, a pretty short one. That way you clear the hood. And then down here, you want your crow's foot. With all that, you should be able to get about a 1/4 turn out of it at a time. It's going to be slow and very annoying thanks to old Ford, but it should be doable. Come on, go on there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just like that. There we go. It moved. It looks like it may be removable by hand now. I don't know, let's reach back there and find out. Yep, so once you crack it loose, if you don't live in a rust belt, it'll just unthread. Let me see if I can get back from right here so you can see. See that? Coming off. And there you go. See the threaded portion? Slide down a little bit. That's exactly what you want. Now, depending on your situation, you might have to heat all that up. But luckily, I live in Texas, so I ain't a big deal. Okay, so now that we have that off, now we got to get these 2 10mm bolts that are behind here conveniently placed. There's one right here on this side, and there's one directly across back there on the other side. You can get to it from over there. So I'm going to go grab a 10mm ratcheting wrench and get to work and get that sucker off of there. And I mistakenly thought it was an 8mm because Ford. Alright, so get your 10mm, throw it back here. That sucks. You know it's bad when you drop a wrench and you don't hear it hit the ground. Alright. Alright, that's loose enough to get out by hand now. Alright, here we go. There's one of them. Now time for the other one. Let's dance. Alright, there's our second bolt. And now, this EGR valve should just pop right off. Just like that. And there we are. It's definitely original. Alright, I'm going to peel this gasket off. Yeah, that's a gasket, alright. Now, let's put our premium quality Chinese parts on this old truck. It'll definitely run better. One thing to note about these Chinese EGRs, or really any part like this, look at this. It's obviously been rebuilt. New parts inside, original casting. That's interesting. Alright, we're going to go down at an angle. Just like that. And now we're in place. Or if I could get this in here or not. Barely. I'm gonna get the other side started at least. All right. So we're actually going to leave these two bolts loose. That way you can angle this pipe back here. You can angle the EGR to get those threads to line up with that. Because if you suck it down, you're going to be fighting it. This is the easiest way to do it. I'm going to slide that out. See how the EGR kind of wiggles? We're going to use that in our advantage. Get it started, and once you can't tighten it by hand no more, you're good. Just like that. It's tight by hand. So now we're going to suck those two 10mm bolts down all the way and then finish tightening that thing. All right, that side's tight. Let's go this side. Punch you in the face while I'm at it, I guess. Again, punch you in the face. Don't hit me back, please. All right, that's tight. You don't want to go crazy on those. If you snap one of those, you're going to be taking that whole manifold off. Now get your crow's foot. You're going to go back in there, get around it. And remember, if you're facing the motor from the front of the truck, it's going to be lefty-tighty, righty-loosey, because the threads are on the opposite side facing away from you. Get some turns out of it, hopefully. All right, I'm plugging these vacuum hoses back in before we get to testing. Just roughly. That way the truck will run right for right now. Plug that in like that. It's not pretty, but it'll work for testing purposes. All right, let's start this thing and make sure we don't got a leak. Okay, we're about to start this truck up to see if we got an exhaust leak back there, so keep an eye out for me. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So prepare to probably fall over. You bitch. I knew you were gonna fall over. All right, let's rev it up and see what she does. I don't feel nothing leaking. I don't hear nothing. I think we're golden. All right, let's see how she goes. Don't you fall on me. I might need a seatbelt. All right, let's go to the gas station. Don't you fall. You don't got insurance. No pinging so far. A little bit of a misfire. Oh my god, this truck's fun. I hope that was captured on audio. How wicked this truck sounds. God dog. Bouncing like a plate of 1950s Jello. Oh my god, I love me a manual transmission truck. Oh yes, the ominous cracking noises coming from underneath of me. Nothing to worry about. Didn't hear nothing. Well, here we have it. This sick old truck is slightly less sick now. We still got some stuff to do to it, but at least it doesn't sound like a soda can full of marbles now under full throttle, as you heard before. We still got some stuff to do to it, so if you're interested in that and want to see this truck run like it was brand new off the lot, just stick around. You won't be disappointed. Till next time. Bent push rod garage. Weird saying that. Let me go get, I think it's beer time now.